this week's edition of Food for Thought, where we talk to small business owners and entrepreneurs on strategies and best practices. Although small businesses are often at a disadvantage when competing with bigger companies, they can have one advantage. They can always be smarter than the competition. So let's get right to it. This week, our subject is deliberate learning. Now, when my daughter was in high school, we attended an event at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. The event was intended to introduce potential students and their parents to the school, and specifically to the school's science and technology programs. Now, I don't remember too much about the tour itself, but there is one thing that stood out, and I'll explain. Throughout the day, many parents asked basically the same question. They wanted the Brown faculty to give them advice about what specific math and science courses their children should take over the next couple of years, and what other extracurricular science and math programs their children could enroll in before applying to Brown. The goal of these parents was to immerse their children in science and math so they'd have a head start when the time came to submit their applications to the school. Now, here's the thing that really stood out. Whenever any parent asked this type of question, every answer was the same. Don't do that. Time and again, the Brown faculty emphasized that this was the wrong approach. What the school was looking for were well-rounded students, and focusing on a single area of study would be injurious to their success. Most parents didn't want to hear this, but it makes perfect sense. Now, of course, in business, being an expert in your field is a baseline requirement. You can't succeed if you don't know what you're doing. But if that's all you know, eventually you're going to run up against the wall. You're going to be out of ideas. You're going to have no new strategies. You're not going to have any innovative solutions to new complex problems. Being a lifelong learner is critical to continual success. While staying on top of the changes and advances in your industry is important, it isn't enough to truly succeed. There will come a time when the other things you know and how they interconnect and how they reveal new uses for what you already understand will often make the difference between success and failure. By broadening your knowledge base, you'll develop several skills that will make you better at your job. These include enhancing your problem-solving abilities, improving your decision-making, increasing your efficiency and innovation, becoming a better communicator and collaborator, providing you with the ability to adapt quickly, increasing your confidence in any situation, and expanding your network. Now, one of the best ways to do this is to adopt what Justin Fazio, contributing author to Inc., calls the 5-hour rule. He recommends the 5-hour rule, which is as simple as allocating 5 hours a week to deliberate learning, whether it's an hour first thing in the morning or a half hour here and another half hour there. Developing this habit allows you to prioritize deliberate learning. So you may ask, what should I learn? Or you may say, reading's really not my thing. Well, to the first question, Choose something you're interested in or something you've always wanted to know or always wanted to learn. And don't be afraid to go down the rabbit hole. The little things you learn on the way down may trigger you to dig deeper or to go in a different direction. So go ahead and do it. Now, if you don't relish the idea of reading, as of 2024, there are 3.9 billion videos on YouTube that are available for you to watch. Or you can consider audiobooks. In 2022, 140 million Americans listened to audiobooks, and the numbers have only increased since then. Now, if you can't find something new to learn, but with any of those options, that thing probably doesn't exist. Before long, you'll realize that your investment will pay big dividends down the road. W.B. Yeats, Irish poet, dramatist, and writer, said, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire." Well, thanks for listening. I hope you found that useful. If you'd like to further discuss anything regarding this topic or any small business strategy, reach out to me at rich@speakingofsuccess.us. I'd love to talk. Send me an email and we'll set up a time. And if you know anyone who would enjoy my weekly food for thought musings, send them my contact info and a link to this video. Thanks, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.